our Deputy Dean Sir, HOD Ma'am, and our faculty members and our fellow participants who joined for today's event. Now I invite Dr. Albert Anthony Sir, Deputy Dean and Professor, College of Science to felicitate the gathering. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to one and all present here. I'm really happy to get connected to this online program. First of all, I should thank and welcome Dr. V. Arulmurugan sir for this wonderful session, as this is the need of the hour for every researchers. See, every researchers are looking for publishing in good indexed journals with high impact factor and a journal that is alive for longer time, so that it can just bring credit to every one of the researchers. And every researcher also should feel, and normally the feeling we have is that it is an achievement if we have just published in good journals. And our research activities are also measured up through the way we have published our output, research output rather. Of course, there are a large number of submissions happening all over the world. The number of researchers are increased, not only in the count, but also the result outcomes are, the outcome of the research are greatly appreciable. Where it is lagging, or where people find it difficult to have a very good publication in high impact factor journals. See, all those things, I am sure that Dr. Arulmurugan will be sharing with us through this particular program. It is necessary that every journal should have a rigorous peer review. As you know, of course, it is very stringent, and every research work has to contribute in the best way with quality output that could contribute for further research activities, or certainly for dedicating to the society in the best way. That's what the thing that is expected. And many of the journals are taking the reviewing process in a very long way. There are few journals, right? We name them to be predatory journals, right? That they just follow different practices, where research scholars, for the sake of publishing, to get the credit for submitting their synopsis and thereby the thesis, right? They just publish it, but no, it is not going for a longer time. These are all different things that sometimes may damage the reputation of our research, the reputation of the institution even, right? Even sometimes I feel the reputation of the PhD degree that the research scholars will get. So on this note, right, I'm not going to talk more, as our resource person is eagerly waiting, right? But it is expected that every researcher has to publish in good journals. And of course, it may be considered to be a kind of pressure on everyone, not only the researchers, research scholars who are doing PhD, but also the academicians who need to upgrade or update their profile, but find it very hard. Whenever I go to different institutions where the people, especially the IQAC coordinator, used to raise these kinds of questions, that how we can improve the research things, right? I have shared many things with people, and now I'm eagerly waiting for listening to Dr. Arulmurugan sir, so that I may get some more input to add on, and probably when I just meet our fellow academicians or researchers, to share with them that what the best way wherein they can identify different high impact factored, well reputed, and journals that go for a long way, right, in active status. And I'm sure I will also be getting the knowledge or updating my knowledge related to this aspect, and most this is going to contribute, this webinar is going to contribute a great support for every one of our researchers who are eagerly waiting for making their research outcome to publish, right? Sir, thank you so much once again for having accepted. to deliver a very nice talk or sharing with our research scholars and faculty members. And we welcome on behalf of the College of Sciences, Faculty of Science and Humanities, especially the Department of Computer Applications, right, for sharing, sir. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I wish this webinar to bring a great knowledge for every one of our researchers. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring felicitation. Now I welcome Dr. R. Jayashree ma'am, the HOD, Associate Professor, to welcome our participants and resource person. Welcome, ma'am. Ma'am, Jayashree ma'am.
I think Madam could not unmute. Jayashree Madam
Yes, ma'am.
is
Yes,
given
ma'am.
a
One
message.
second, ma'am. 1 second.
Thank you, Belina ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you all to this month's webinar organized by our department research colloquium on a very needed topic, publishing in indexed journals. This series is part of our ongoing commitment to fostering collaboration and innovation in the research community. We are excited to gather a diverse group of scholars, researchers, and enthusiastic faculty who share a passion for exploring new frontiers in their research field. These periodic webinars serve not only as a platform to share cutting-edge research, but also as an opportunity to connect with like-minded individuals and exchange ideas that can push the boundaries of knowledge further. Each of you brings unique insight and expertise, and I encourage you to actively engage yourself with today's discussion, ask questions, and share your perspective. And before we dive into the presentation, I would like to express my gratitude to everyone who has contributed to making this webinar possible. Our Deputy Dean Sir, the organizing team, our esteemed speaker, Dr. Arulmurugan Sir, and all of you, the participant. Without any further ado, let's get started. I hope you find today's session both insightful and inspiring. Thank you and welcome you all once again. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm welcome. Now I welcome Dr. Mr. Sudha, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Applications, to introduce our today's resource person. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Belina ma'am. Good morning to everyone. It's my immense pleasure to welcome you all to today's research colloquium event on publishing in indexed journals organized by Department of Computer Applications, SRMIST, Katankulattur. We are honored to have a distinguished guest, Dr. V. Arulmurugan, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Commerce at Pondicherry University, who is here to share his invaluable insights and vast experience with us. I am profoundly delighted to take an opportunity to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. V. Arulmurugan. Dr. V. Arulmurugan is a distinct academician and researcher with over 21 years of experience in teaching, research, and social outreach at reputed institutions such as University of Madras, Manoன்மணியம் Sundaranath University, and Pondicherry University. His areas of specialization includes banking and finance, business, innovation and technology, scientific research, and data analytics. He holds a doctorate in commerce, logistics science from University of Madras and has numerous professional qualifications, including UGC NET, JRF in commerce, UGC NET in management. Over his illustrious career, he has guided 14 MPhil research scholars and 127 postgraduate students, and he is currently guiding 4 UGC NET JRF PhD scholars. Dr. Arulmurugan has been honored with 35 awards and recognitions, including 7 times he got the Best Teachers Awards from Pondicherry University, along with prestigious accolades, such as 3 gold medals for his academic achievements and Best Research Paper Awards. He is a prolific researcher, having published 25 research articles in index journals like Scopus and Web of Science. He also serves as an editor, reviewer for several prominent journals with his commitment to fostering budding researchers and his extensive contributions such as mentor, a resource person, and speaker in over 331 lectures across India and beyond. Dr. Arulmurugan has continued to inspire and lead future scholars in their academic journey. I welcome you, sir. I congratulate for your all achievements. It's really proud to get presence of your things. We all eagerly awaiting for your invaluable talk, sir. His extensive experience and deep understanding of research methodologies will provide invaluable guidance to all research scholars and faculty members to achieve greater heights in their academic pursuits. It always reminds you of your dedication and best always your contributions are greatly appreciated, sir. Thank you so much for being here and honoring us with your presence, sir. I ensure this program will be a profitable and the next few hours we all enjoyable and fruitful session of every one of you. Thank you, sir. Thank you all. Thank you, Belna, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much to the entire team of SRM and all the participants across India. Thank you so much for your invitation and online hospitality. And probably I'd like to thank the entire SRM management and administration, and especially the organizing chair, Dr. S. Albert, sir, who has given an insight that how our webinar is going to be for next 1.5 hours. Thank you so much, sir. And I think I'll be covering all the points which you have been looking around. So with this note, I'd like to thank the convener, Dr. R. Jayashree Madam, for orienting us and also welcoming the audience. And beyond that, Dr. M. Sudha Ma'am, thank you so much. See, based on your, what you call it as, the expression on what I have done for last 22 years, it becomes a nostalgic when you start reading it, pronouncing it. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I'd like to thank Helen ma'am, and as well as a special mention and thanks to Dr. Belina ma'am, and for keeping a network, reaching out to me to reach the pan-India budding researcher, experienced researchers in the area of academia. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I appreciate the entire team for organizing it, roping up all the participants across India. With this note, I was there in your institution just 1 month before in the Commerce Department. I was there for a program and an interaction program on Industry 6.0. And again, I'm back in online to SRM, to your campus, probably through online and reaching out to everyone. With this little note, thanks to all the participants today, because I know that Saturday is considered to be a kind of relaxation day. Weekends are considered to be a little relaxed. So Saturday and Sunday, we normally relax ourselves. I strongly believe learning in a relaxed mode will always be there in our mind and heart. So fixing up an appointment on Saturday, reaching out to everyone is always good, rather than on a working day with a hectic things. But let us enjoy every day. And I want to assure you one thing, before I start, we are going to enjoy for next 1.5 hours. Probably that is what, right? And beyond that, if you want to continue also, we can continue. I'm ready. I'm free today to reach out to you. And one thing I want to make it very clear, I'm not here to present exactly what the presentations are normally made in webinar. What I'm trying to make it out is, I'm having my PowerPoint presentation, which will be there. And beyond that, I'm going to discuss with you, I'm going to interact with you, I'm going to present with you the experience on research and the publication process. So if you look into my Google Scholar also, I don't have a higher citation or higher index or even number of papers in Scopus. But what I thought, whatever we have taken a step. Let us share that to the wider audience. And maybe all those audience may be better than me, who can bring about more publications for other researchers. That's a small thing which I have done in the last 22 years, whatever it is. And whatever I'm going to share on today is what I have learned from my research guru, Professor Ranganathan sir, who is a retired registrar and professor and head of Commerce Department, University of Madras. And number two, my research team. I have 3 to 4 research teams where I'm working on with them in different domains in commerce. And we have been started working on research and publications. So one important thing which I want to know, because you need to have a confidence on me, whatever I'm delivering, which will help you. Now I am an awardee of 2 ICSSR research projects. One is completed, one is in the pipeline. And number two, I have research scholars working on the Sustainable Development Goals, UN Sustainable Development Goals, number 9. And all my research scholars are working on it. And the papers are also on it. And I know some of you, the participants, are known to me. You may know me also. With all these notes, let me get into the task. Let us enjoy doing research. Let us enjoy making publication. With this little note, I'm sharing my, I think, technical team. Again, you are putting yourself inside. Please enable me to share. Ma'am, please look into.
Yes, sir. Sir, kindly check now, sir.
Yeah. Now it's enabled.
Thank you,
so
sir.
much. Thank you. Maybe I should go with. Hope it's viewable now.
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Right, so with this note, publishing in indexed journals. See, many people think that publishing itself is difficult, Arul, and how we can publish in a journal, and that too indexed journal. And I'm going to tell you one more, that it is going to be published in rated journals. Now we are targeting rated journals. Like among the indexed, the journals are rated. That's what Albert sir was looking on. Like high quality journal, that means if the impact factor is high in real sense. Okay, so with this note, let us move on. See, many of you are teachers in higher education institutions, and some of you may be research scholar also who have joined. Ultimately, you want to become the faculty member in an higher education institution, either a college or an institute or an university of national importance. The ultimate expectation from us is 3 things. Out of my little experience, I have coined 21 years before. Teaching and mentoring, research and publications, extension activities, and social outreach initiatives. When Dr. Sudha ma'am was reading out my profile, you would have seen this. All I have touched upon, I'm working on. And that is what mostly needed. That's what even Albert had said, like our publications also should be socially relevant and focused. And with this note, teaching and mentoring becomes a mandatory for us. Every day we go to institution, college or university, we take class, come back, do our work, again go back for the next day. When it comes to extension activities and social outreach initiatives, it is totally voluntary. Like if any faculty members are interested, we'll normally do. Otherwise, we may not do it. But nowadays, what happens, this research and publications have become a mandatory in a global call. It's not an Indian call, it's a global call, that research and publication has become a mandatory for any academician who want to get a new job or who want to get a CS or promotion, or you want to share the knowledge. So it becomes a mandatory. And as students are normally valued based on their marks, based on their grades, based on their, the knowledge quotient. Like whenever we ask the students, what is your mark? Based on that, we waive the student. But now we got a kind of technical problem with us, that anywhere if you go for an interview, for a job or for a promotion, they are asking what is your H index. Now that's that has propped up discussion on this publication. So H index is a score which is given to an author based on the citation made on the publication, not only publication. Citation score. H index is coming out based on the citation score, and the citation score is based on the citation based on our publication. And if you want to do publication, you cannot do bluntly. We need to have a scientific research at the back. Either you should have done PhD, where you can publish that, or you would have done any funded projects, you can publish that, or exclusively you can work on preparing a research paper and you can publish that. So,
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
excuse me.
Yes, sir.
I think the presentation is not seen. Are you doing any or only the window explorer is seen, sir?
Oh, I'm doing
Your
it, sir.
window is seen. Sorry.
Is it so? Anybody can help me out because I have. Is it not coming in?
Sir, PPT is not there, sir. Only that Windows
Explorer window is there, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll represent it.
Sorry, sir.
No issues, no issues. I'll go one by one at least then. I've shared the entire thing. I think now it's viewable.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please, somebody has to help me out because the screen which I'm seeing may not be. Okay. I think I can rush up. I've just moved on to the second slide, sir. No worry. This is the first slide and this is my second slide. I'm into this now. Is it okay, sir? Madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. Somebody please help me out in the viewability because the other side you are going to be there. This is what we need to make it up. So this is what I mean to say, like now even H index, now they are going for I-10 index. So many things are coming out, making a problem for us to sustain ourselves in teaching. If you look into that angle. The other angle, like voluntarily we need to publish because whenever I speak, now we have a record and it can be shared in YouTube. But what is having higher value is our written documents. Whatever idea we have, we put it in a written document and if it is available for the future generation, that is given higher value. In that one angle only, publication is getting higher value among the other credentials of any faculty. Hope you agree, correct? Any one of you acknowledge this point? That is why publication is getting that much, what do you call it as, the value compared to other credentials in the academia and research. With this little note, you may wonder why I should do beyond voluntariness. There are certain things like if you want to go for a direct recruitment or if you want to go for an, what do you call a CAS, Career Advancement Scheme as per UGC or AICT, whatever it may be, they are looking for an API score. And in the recent UGC regulation dated 18 July 2018, they are very clearly given what are the points that can be gained when you get publication for your career. So you can see that research papers, publications in books, so many things. And if you are from a science, engineering, medical, that means science, what are the points for it? And if you are in social sciences and languages, what are the points for that? So you can see this is available in online. You can always download and look it. Maybe for a research paper in an indexed journal that is recognized by our UGC CAP. If you are publishing in a science journal, I mean, you are in a science discipline, you will be given 8 points per paper. If you are in social science, see 2 marks extra for us, 10 per paper. So remaining things are going on. You can always check it out. And one more point is also needed before I move on. Like again, it depends on the impact factor. That's what our Albert sir was saying out of his experience. That if your impact factor is no impact factor, then you will get 5 points. If the impact factor is less than 1, you will get 10 points. If the impact factor is 1 to 2, 15 points, 2 to 5, 20 points, 5 to 10, 25 points. If it is above 10, 30 points in one single paper. If we are publishing in a highly impact factor in the indexed journal or rated journal, we will get 30 points per paper. And again, there is a confusion for us. Whether can I work as individual, can I work, share my research work with the team? I always encourage to go with the team. If you are going with the team, ultimately, like if you have two authors, 70% of that point for the first author, 30% of that point for the second author. If you are going for the third, fourth, or something, like first person will have 70 points, and the 30% of the mark, if it is 10 points, 7 points will be given to the first author, and 3 points will be given to all remaining authors, each individual. So these are some of the nuances which we need to know mandatorily, that if we publish, our credibility increases, reach to the world increases, a lot of recognition comes in. Also, for our own appointment, our own career advancement, UGC is recognizing this. That is why publication is must or mandatory. Today, it is made mandatory rather than voluntary. With this note, if you want to understand publication, I think my PPT is viewable, right? I'll go on. Seeing
Yes,
the
sir, yes,
picture,
sir.
yeah. Publications, for that we need to make scientific research. For that we need to understand what is it. And maybe today I cannot give you the in-depth knowledge, but I can give you the eagle view where everybody can dig out the deep knowledge on every step depending on your own discipline. I know that there are science disciplines, social science, commerce, and management. Everybody is there in this group, right? So ultimately, like almost like 110 plus now, the participants. Thank God, thanks to organizers, right? So ultimately, like it reaches. So before we move on, I thought that I can share with you the recent publication I have made with my research team. Whereby if you see that, then with that, how to prepare that. It is in the B category journal of APDC, as well as Scopus Index, Web of Science Index, and it is by default in the UGC CAR listed. Okay, I'm just showing that. I think I will stop sharing my PPT, then I will go for that and come back. One second. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir, we can stay able
Yeah.
to see the paper.
Yeah, exactly. So these are one paper. I have two papers got published in consequently 2 years. Both are B category rated journal in Australian Business Deans Council, APDC. And these papers are in multiple index. See, that is what the simple strategy which I want to tell you. If you are publishing one quality paper, which will be indexed in many of the databases, where one paper can give you much credit, right? So these are one paper which we prepared in 2020 and 21 when COVID was there. So we sat in different places. One of my team member was in Tirupati, another was in I'm in Karaikal, the another one was in Telangana. So sitting 3 places with Google Meet, we worked on it, collected data on the floor, right? Reaching out to street vendors, and we made it. Examining the influence of financial inclusion on financial well-being of marginalized street vendors and empirical evidence from India. And this almost like you can see 2020 we have submitted, and 2021 April 9th it is published. So almost like 1 year, more than 1 year, right? And it is published in the Emerald Journal, and the journal name is International Journal of Social Economics. I know some of the participants would have published much better than me also. You can take some of the points from me, and you can also contribute at the end. And budding researchers, please, I'm giving in a lucid way whereby everybody can get into publication. And you can see that abstract, and most important things here, you can see purpose, methodology, findings, research implications, limitations and implications, originality, and keywords. This is what they are looking for, and this is our introduction. More than 90 plus journals we have reviewed to prepare this paper, right? Then we have, I'm just scrolling down to show you how a publication in our rated journals looks like. And this is our model, independent variable, dependent variable, and intervening variable. We have used SEM in this. Research methodology, the data analysis, the demographics of our paper data, the variables we have sourced from different literature, and you can see the scores for significantly analyzing it. This is our SEM model which we have worked out, and this final model that we have come out. And here many people, the paper got originality because many of you know street vendors, the bankers thinks that they should have knowledge to get the loan to use it for their business. But we disproved it. Knowledge or education qualification doesn't matter to get a loan from a bank and use it for business and repaying it properly. So we able to see that financial literacy doesn't matter in providing financial loan to the marginalized street vendors. Many of us think, right, we have a myth that a person should get educated. He has to have a degree to get a loan from a bank. It's not necessary. Because many people, they are not giving loan to the marginalized street vendors who are on the road. That is where we want socially relevant research. And thanks to Dr. Prabhakar, who has conceived this idea, myself and Dr. Madhaviya, who are working on each other to bring this paper. That is our one of the research team I have. And this, because of this innovative finding, I hope that this paper got published in this journal. And you can see this format. And this is a questionnaire which we have used. We have given it everything, items that we have used, and everything is available. You can access this paper, it is accessible. This is one paper. And the second paper which I want to show you, in 2023, December we got published with the second paper which we together worked on. That paper also I will show you where you can see here the first paper was on the primary data. Can you see the second paper, socio-economic determinants? So if you have a mobile, you can zoom in. Can anyone respond? Are you able to see
Yes,
it?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please, madam, somebody respond to me, because socio-economic determinants of ownership of payment cards, mobile money account, government remittance of digital financial services, evidence from India. Again, the same group, Prabhakar and True, Madhaviya Chandragiri, and Balaidam Arulmurugan, myself. And we submitted twice and it got rejected from the other journals. Then we sat in 2023 July, seriously worked on all the inputs, all the revision inputs, rejected points, considered everything, reworked on the entire model. The earlier model was entirely different. And these are data from World Bank. We have taken from the World Bank survey, and which has happened in the COVID period. That is the most important thing. This paper was based on the COVID period, and it is also in the Emerald Journal of Financial Economic Policy. It got published in December 2023. That is a current paper which I have. And almost this also took like almost 6 to 7 months to get it published. But this paper already rejected twice. I mean, this idea, but we have improved that idea and came out with a model. So take the rejection as positive, then ultimately you can win. I'm just scrolling down the paper to show you. Again, around 80 plus reviews we have done it. And this is a model which we have worked out with the socioeconomic characters and measures of digital financial inclusion. So it's an extension of the previous paper, what I have shown, that is on financial inclusion. And this paper is on digital financial inclusion. So that is what it worked on. So you can get another topic of paper from an earlier paper. So two papers are linked. So we work on a team. And you can see the regression, which we have, profit regression, which we have used it. And we have brought out all the findings. And even we have gone to visually picturizing it, visual statistics we have given. And the innovation here is that we have used digital financial inclusion papers or very less. And we have come out with a saying that it doesn't have any gender bias, age group, it can go on. So this is the one thing which I want to show you. And these are the author profiles. And we have, there is one link called as ARKID ID, which I'll explain you. Every author has to have an ARCID ID. You can source it. I think these are the two papers which I want to show you to make you understand that so now you are seeing my PPT, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. I think, can anyone just unmute and speak? What do you think about these two papers? Do you want such kind of papers to get published? Because I'm just making it like S.J. Surya film. In Tamil Nadu, we have S.J. Surya, who says the movie story in the beginning, and he takes the entire process of movie, right? The one line. So I have given you the things. How many of you can put it in the chat box? How many of you want such kind of papers to be get published in your name? Please put it. If you are interested, just put yes in the chat box. I'm giving the chat box also. Hope you also seeing it. Let me see how many of you want it. Then I will tell you the secret how to do it. Meanwhile, I'll have my water also. Wow, wow, wow. Almost like, how many are there now? Ma'am, how many are there at present?
119 participants, sir.
119, 100 plus. So 100
Yes,
plus,
sir.
yes, is coming out. So it's a success, right? So we will make it now. We'll try to make it. Thank you so much for your answer. Whenever we think of publications, before I move on, I just want to tell you some of the nuances for any basic learners or budding researchers who want to get it published. Point number one, when I group the publications, research articles in journals, research papers in proceedings, conference or seminar, full paper, not abstract, research papers in edited volumes, and making an edited volume. You can be an editor to make an edited volume. And chapters in books. You can write chapters in books. You can be an author for a book. All these are considered to be publications. Full paper, not abstract. Abstract is not considered as a publication on par. Okay, many people, they say that they published journal. I wonder how you are publishing. Many people misunderstand article as a journal and they say, sir, I published a journal. So please have this clarity on it. We are not going to concentrate on all other publication. We are going to concentrate on research articles in journals, that too in an indexed journal. Okay. So if we look into that, there are certain things you need to have a clarity. What is a research paper, research article? Usually a manuscript or a draft drafted for a presentation, we call it as a research paper. If it is getting published in a journal, we should call it as a research article. And there are two different research articles are there: conceptual article, empirical article. If you are going to draft it as based on a descriptive research, then it is a conceptual or qualitative research. It will be a conceptual article. If you are going to make an outcome of an exploratory research, analytical research, empirical research, like using the data of primary and secondary, or a mixed method research, or a case study with data, numerical values, or models, methods, techniques, mathematical models, financial models, scientific models, observations, algorithms, theories, okay, neural schemas. If you are from computer science, algorithm, neural schema, models, if you are going to come out with that, then we call that as an empirical paper, right? And as I told you, any publication of article, it may be from individual, it can be from multiple. So individual author, it is very difficult because it's a bigger work. If you are trying, for example, if you are doing a PhD also, you are getting help from your supervisor. You are getting help from your committee, DC, doctoral committee members. So any research cannot be individual based. So my humble request, give acknowledge to everyone. Work on a team. So when you go for multiple authors, there is a chance of working on in different dimensions, and publisher also understands that, reviewer also understands that your work is looked in different dimensions. For example, if you have 3 authors, 3 dimensions of that thinking will be in that paper. And for your information, maybe 2 to 10 authors that papers I have seen. For example, in COVID period, when there was a lot of research going on in medicine, there were papers with 10 authors finding medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, Ayush medicine, allopathy medicine, alternative medicine for COVID. Research were going on, got published in Nature. So that means that in social sciences, we may have 3 to 5. Don't go beyond 5 also. Because if you go beyond more authors, there is another conceptual theory, conspiracy theory, that simply they are adding the author names into the paper. That will defame your quality. If you are giving authors, make sure that everybody has contributed for that paper, one or the other way. Maybe in a conceive of idea, drafting it, data collection, or analyzing it, right? Drafting it, proofreading it, somewhere we need to be part of it. Simply don't put your name. Don't ask somebody, beg somebody to include your name. That cannot work out. We need to contribute as a team. And journals and journal indexing database. See, any publisher registered in the name of journal is called as journal. Where we'll have 3 to, there are journals where only 3 articles was there. I have published in one of the journal published by Christu Jayanti College institution. They have only 3 articles. In that, 1 article is ours, our research team. There are journals which publishes 20 articles, 30 articles. I wonder how journals are publishing 50 articles, 100 articles. Please be aware of those things. That's what Albert sir was saying. Please make sure that you have a reputed journals publishing 20 plus journals, 20 plus articles in a journal for an issue. Then only it is good in an issue, right? And if that journals are listed, registered, or listed, indexed in a database which can be accessed by many users, then it becomes indexed journals, right? And there are non-indexed journals. That means we have only 2 types of journals. One is indexed. That means you are attaching your journal. You have a journal published by an institution or a private publisher attached to your thing. We call it as corpus, which is becoming one of the popular, what you call as the index, right? Cross-X, that Web of Science, our own UGC, CAR. These are popular index, where our journals has to get in. They have enormous procedure to include a journal on that. So we need to find that. And many may ask me, sir, can we publish in non-indexed journals? Yeah, we do. But what is happening? The authorities are not recognizing it. What can we do for that? Our employees are not recognizing it. Our government is not recognizing it. So we need to do a degree or a study or a publishing work in a recognized things. So that is what we are moving on. They may come. Even peer-reviewed journals may dominate indexed journals. They may come. I am also for that. Why we should promote only one names, and they are making money out of it. And the other thing is manuscripts and articles. When you are preparing it, if it is in your hand, it is called as manuscript. And if you are submitting it to the publisher and a review process is happening, till it is accepted, till it is published, it is called as manuscript. That draft is called as manuscript. Once it is getting published, then it is called as articles, or research articles, or conceptual articles, or empirical articles. Now, another thing, I have given you a clarity on it. Now, how to write an article, right? That's the biggest question. See, whenever you have a manuscript, to publish that manuscript, go and find a journal. We are going to have a demo session. I'm going to show you that. That is article-based journal. Sometimes you don't have an article. You want to start publishing. For example, if you have a PhD, we have a postdoc, we have a project, we have a content. Then we'll choose the journal and we'll publish it. But I don't have any idea. All are exhausted. When you become an associate professor or a professor, you may not have what you call as manuscript in your hand. You have to work for a research to create a manuscript to put it in a journal. So in that period, source the journal first in your specialized area. Go through its archives, go for a review, create an idea, and prepare a manuscript for that journal and send it to submit to that journal. That is what I call as journal-based article. So in the beginning, when you are in a research, PhD scholar or postdoc scholar or an assistant professor, you may have a research-based manuscript with you. So you choose a journal, select a journal. When you become an associate professor or a professor, you don't have a project also, your scholars are working on it, then you have to write manuscripts. In such cases, choose a journal, then you go for a prepare a manuscript. Is that clear? Can I move on further?
Yes, sir.
Now, another thing. As I'm a reviewer of some of the indexed journals and rated journals, it was a blessing, fortunate in an younger age, I'm able to get it. I'm going to tell you as a reviewer, what is the expectation and publisher expectation on our manuscript. Whenever we prepare a manuscript, we need to keep these in mind and we have to do it. I'm revealing the secret today. Many of the workshops, they are not saying it because we need to, right? Number one, originality. Our manuscript, our research idea should be original one. It should not have plagiarized or it should not be copied from somewhere. Any one variable, if you are able to add in a model, that is original. One perspective, if you are adding in a model, that is original. It is not doing a same model in a different respondents. It's not original. Please understand that. Any new variable, any new model, any new perspective, research perspective will become original. Unexplored area of research, unexplored area of respondents becomes original. That is why you see in our first case, it is marginalized street vendors. There are so many research on financial inclusion, so many research on well-being, but nobody has concentrated on street vendors. And we have also included new variables. That is why it is got published. Literature relationship. Even I am struggling with our present scholars. We are finding out new things, getting rejected, reviewing it. Scholars are very hardly working on it. Literature relationship, the second one. See, no idea can start with zero. There are so many generations of people worked as a researcher and academicians. There are so many noble orators. So any idea we generate, somewhere it will have a touch on the ancestors. So we have to go back. For example, my PhD, I have taken one paper from 1931, which got published in Harvard Business Review. If you are preparing a paper, you have to go to the source paper and you have to bring back all those reviews and what is new in you. That sequence of literature relationship, the publisher and reviewer will be looking. I think some of you may be reviewers in this. I think you'll agree. Objectives and methodology. We'll be looking for the objectives which are workable objective, researchable objective, not descriptive objective, suggestive objective. Right? We normally look for 1 or 2 objectives based papers rather than dumping of 5 to 6 objectives. Methodology. Scientific methodology we have to use it. I'll show you at the end. I'm going to show you. Analysis and results. There is a format. There is a scientific models which are available. This is a way you need to do analysis. How we interpret results in a crispy, in a protective way. That also we will be seeing. The another thing is that implications. Social implications, then stakeholders implication, policymaker implication. As Alberts has said, how far our research results in the paper is going to help the future researchers, society, policymaker to bring a model. So many models. See, Nobel Prize are given for a research paper, for your information. If that research papers, based on research papers only, they are giving Nobel Prize. Based on research papers, if our idea is going to be scalable for the most of the people on earth, most of the technicians on earth, most of the flora and fauna environment, then ultimately the paper gets selected. And most important, communication quality. I think till now, I am speaking in a very, very lucid English, making it very clear. I'm not using any hard words. The same way, whenever anybody reads our article, they should feel that they are able to understand in one reading. Many people write with flourish English, not required, because it is going to be read by the global readers. I am from Karaikal, creating a drafting one line is going to be read by New York researcher, is read by Sydney researcher, it is read by Colombo researcher. So everybody has to understand that communication quality should be there. Grammarly, there should not be any problem. Spelling mistake should not be there. And one more thing is that it should be reproducible research. Your idea, if we are going to use it in what you call as Colombo, or if it is use it in Islamabad, or if it is going to be used in Sydney, or it's going to be used in Detroit, same results, almost we need to get it. A model should be used. Results may differ. Model can be applicable. And most important is plagiarism free. 8 points that we'll be looking on. I think you know what is plagiarism free. We can have a separate session. I do have my group friends. If you want, we can rope up. They can explain you what is plagiarism, right? Copying is plagiarism, simple. Copying of an idea, copying of a content, copying of a model, copying of anything is plagiarism. But we can take 30 words and we should acknowledge them. Then it is not plagiarism. In a simple word, we can understand. So got it? When you next time when you draft your manuscript for publication, please keep these 8 points in mind. Is that okay? Then your reviewer will give positive points and they will accept your paper. Can I move on?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, see, publication is not a kind of thing. We need to enjoy. It's an art. It's also a science. And we need to enjoy it. So whenever you want to go for a publication, as I told you, in my step-by-step in research, I have coined 10 steps, drafted 10 steps. It's my own thing. In books and all, you find only 6 or 7. Out of my observation from my own research group, Professor Ranganathan sir, I could coin this out of my little experience. So if you want, publication comes as a 9th step in our research and publication. That means you have to do 8 steps. Then the last step is don't get published, minimum whatever you require and stop it. You should go for further research. As an academician, as a researcher, please make sure that till our last breath, we need to make a research. We need to enjoy research. No other go, please. So these steps, right? I'm going one by one in a rush because everybody knows it. So find out the research problem, identify the interested area. Please choose interested area for publication. Don't choose an area which you don't like it, whether it is medicine, engineering, or sciences, mathematics, physics, chemistry, computer science, commerce, management, literature, history. Choose your own area and make a review of literature and prepare a statement of review of literature with all these inputs. The title, researcher, year, objectives, methodology, analysis, findings, suggestion, conclusion, and the research gap. From each article, read out the research gap, you will get the title. And whenever you frame the title, make sure that it has a utility value and you are going to add in a theoretical knowledge. Somebody learning in finance, now they'll be quoting me. Somebody learning in technology, they may be quoting me. Somebody learning in banking, they may be quoting me. Somebody learning in logistics, they may cite me. So this is how it happens. It takes longer period, but that is what it happens. And the title of research, make sure that in one line, you should have research variables, research units, and research perspectives. Just now I was saying. So all those things should be there in the title. Just now, if you take my own title, our own title, you can see the research variables, you can see the research units. For example, financial inclusion, financial well-being is a research variable. Research unit is marginalized street vendors, right? Influence of financial inclusion on financial well-being is our research perspective. So give all 3. And when you want to draft, please make sure that you have a researchable objective. 1 or 2 is more than enough for a research paper. Only for PhD research, we should have 5 objectives. For a paper, 1 single objective is more than enough. and we need to mandatorily have the hypothesis, predetermined answer. And the methodology, we should give all these details, right? So what is the type of study? What is the data source? Whether you have done it with primary or secondary. If it is a secondary, what is the data? What is the period? Whether it is a panel data, time series data, cross-sectional data, or secondary data or primary data. If it is a primary data, population and sample, what is your sample size, where you have collected it, whether you have used probability sampling, non-probability sampling, what is the data collection tools you have used, interview schedule or the questionnaire. You should have a pilot study for this, and what tools for data analysis you have used, whether you have used SPSS, SPS, Amos, Lizarel, Visual PLS, Grittle, G-Power, eViews, MATLAB, Weka, Naiva, qualitative research, R, Mathematica, Python, Tableau. There are a number of tools which you are using it, you have to. And there are techniques like univariate statistical tools, bivariate, multivariate, and whether you are using reliability, factor, cluster, discriminant, correlation, correspondence, multiple regression analysis, sectional integration modeling, neural network analysis. I think many of you have not heard neural network, computer science you are working on. Probably I can take a credit. I was the one who was using neural network analysis in commerce in 2013. Before that, it was with education. Before that, it was with medical sciences. So we have adopted that, and now people are started using in commerce and management and economics. Now we have gone with one of the scholars is working on a combination of SEM and NNA. So his choice is yours, which one you can. And when you want to write your article, please, if you are in social sciences, use APA model or MLA model or IEEE style, depending on your publisher's recommendation based on that. And whenever you do what you call it as the writing, please make sure that the style, the clarity, the grammar, passive voice, active voice, words, what you are giving numerals, quotations, where to give a capital letter, where should not be given it, abbreviations, popular, how you present your statistical tools, tables, charts, and graphs. All these I have shown in my article. Keep all this in mind. Then please, before submitting, discuss with your team, meet some experts, discuss with them, present in a conference, take all the inputs, redraft it, suiting to the need of the publisher, get published. Don't stop there, do the research. So if you want to publish, you have to cross 8 steps, and that is your responsibility. Research and publication. Research, presentation, and publication will give you a better chance of getting represented. So to 12, we have 20 minutes. I'll take 10 more minutes, then 10 more minutes, we'll have a discussion. Dr. Vam's approach for scientific research. So Dr. Vam has found out a thing, like if you want to scout the idea, for publication, you can use this in the thinking mode itself. Don't put it in a paper. Fun approach, right? N stands for novelty. As I told you, whenever you are getting an idea of a publication or a research, make sure that it is new. Pudusu kanna pudusu, novel. And number 2, utility. Utility value for policymaker, utility value for society, utility value for stakeholders. That our paper should not be in the rack. It should be referred, cited. That is why cited papers are having high value. And F stands for feasibility. Feasibility of resources. When you are thinking an idea, you should make sure that you get literature, you get data, you can get analysis of it. Number 2, feasibility of time. You should have a time. Don't take an idea which requires 3 years, 4 years. For papers, take an idea which you can complete in 3 months. You have to complete in 3 months. Maybe your review takes another 6 months. So 9 months, then acceptance and publication. So within 1 year, you can plan. And the feasibility of money, fund. Many times publication cannot come freely. I'm not saying that you have to pay for the journal. Sorry. To conduct a research, you need some money. For that, you can go for funded projects. You can get seed money from your own institution if you have. Right? You can collaboratively contribute and start working on. Don't pay for the publisher. Don't pay for the journal. Then it will become what do you call it as, a kind of unethical practices in the future. I said funds to do the research, not for publication. And this idea, that fund approach, novelty, utility, feasibility, I have observed from my guide. And Dr. Vam is none other than it's me, Dr. V. Arulmurugan. So this is a model. If you want to use it, you can put it in the noteboard, you can put it in the what you call as paper, and come out with this. And this I will share it with Belina ma'am. Recently, I got what you call it as a write-up from FB, where they have given 40 steps to get it published. For making a draft, 22 steps. For revising it, another 10 steps. And another 10 steps for polishing your paper. Whatever I have said, it is here in line by line. I will share this with Belina ma'am, where she can share it to you all. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure. I will share,
Right.
sir.
Now the question comes in another 10 minutes. Till now, I told you what is research, what is a journal, what is an article, how to get, written it. Now I'm going to have the third phase, how to get it published. Drafting a research article and making a plagiarism check. Draft it as per the guidelines given by the publisher. Each publisher may have a different guidelines. So go to their website, journal website, find the author guidelines and do it. Target the relevant journal of your research. Many research article gets rejected from the publisher because we send it to a wrong journal, which is not their objective. So see their objective, and if it is relevant, then we can send. And select the reputed journals and publishers. Like if you want to know them, go to Scopus website and you can get it. UGC CARE, you register and you can get it. ABDC, if you browse, you can get it. Web of Science list. So that is why these are 4 popular databases at present. I don't know about other countries. In India, we are giving some kind of weightage to that, and all are looking for journals in this list. These are, if any journals are listed in these 4 databases, we call it as indexed journals or rated journals. Like in ABDC, it is rated, one step ahead. If you have 300 journals, 400 journals indexed, they are rating it rank 1, rank 2, rank 3. And they have 4 categories: A star journal, A journal, B category, C category. Now we have worked for B, now we are working for A category also. If you are having A star article, wow, please think of. If you have A star article, you will be one of the reachable researcher in the globe. Work on it. You are working on it. Modify your research article with author guidelines, as I told you. Then you go for online submission. Register yourself with the journal corresponding author. You may have 3 or 4 authors. One has to be nominated as a corresponding author. Corresponding author can be a first author, second author, third author. Choice is yours. Then review your manuscript based on the reviewer's report. Usually nowadays, they are going with 2 reviews, minimum 2 reviews. They will send it to 2 authors, 2 reviewers. First, we have to clear the desk review, then desk clearance. Then it will go to 2 reviewers. If both of them are giving major revisions, then it may get rejected. If one is giving major, another is giving minor, it will be sent to us to revise. Again, they will send it to another 2. If both of them give major, it may get rejected. If both of them give minor or anyone give minor, it will come to us. Then it will go to acceptance stage. Then when the acceptance is communicated, a lot of other formalities like undertaking, copyright, all those things will happen. Then you will be allotted with volume number, issue number, and it will get published. Maybe monthly journal, if you choose quarterly, half-yearly, annually. So anything. If you go for a monthly journal, there is all possibility. Quickly we can get it published. Then you will get your publication. And the most important is that before that, you should create accounts. For example, we have an ID, which is called as ArcID ID. Google Scholar account, ResearchGate accounts. These are popular. There are so many, but minimum try to have your author ID. Today, if you don't have, please create an ArcID ID. Go and simply put it in Google, you'll get it. And open a Google Scholar account. Once your article is published, you can link it to that. They also link it to it. From there, you will get citation score. From there, you will get indexed score, I-10 index or H index or G index, you will be getting it. and you can promote. See, there is nothing wrong in promoting or sharing your article. Just now I have given visibility of my article. If anybody is working on this area, can download it and you can cite it. The only thing is that we can use it, but cite it. If you want these articles, you mail us, we will send you. You can cite it. And you can enhance your citation index scientifically, ethically. Right? You can share it in Facebook, you can share it in WhatsApp, you can share it in Telegram. That is what publisher also saying. Author also now authorized to do that. And prepare another research article once it is done. Don't stop there. Okay. So other thing is that very simple. Selection of reputed journals and publisher. I will show you some online demonstration targeting the relevant journal. And please avoid predatory journals, fake journals, cloned journals. If anybody is asking money, please don't go to them. There are journals, n number of journals, they don't ask money. We have to have a patience for publication. Okay. If you are mandatory, work at least 2 years before. If you are a PhD scholar, prepare your manuscript in the first year itself. So when you complete the 3rd years, you will get your publication. And I'll give you the online demo. Maybe through your references, you can journal. If you take one article, you will have a reference. In that reference, journal name will be there. You can choose and put it in Google, you can get it. Journal search, I'll make it journal finders, index databases, UGC CARE, Scopus, Web of Science and APDC also you can go ahead. And these are the matrix, H index, I10 index, G index. These are for authors. And impact factors for the journal, and site score and SDR for journals. And these are some of the things they are saying, that get a right fit, fund, see the funding pattern, chance of acceptance, their metrics, their reputability. That is what given by elsewhere. And these are journals like simple. If any journal is asking money, which will become predatory. If any journal is APC for science, they are accepting, but not for others. And if any journal doesn't give any name or contact number of a editor or a reviewer in their website, it's a fake journal. So these are the simple things. And discontinue. Some journals may discontinue and they still source things. So be aware of it. Be aware of. I also, like in the beginning, I don't know, I have networked, then I have kept away everything. Okay. Then as I told you, these are the steps which you need to do. And I'll come back by showing what you call it as how to source the journals. I'll just show you that. Is it okay? Can I move on? Whether you are seeing the Google screen?
Yes, sir.
Browsing screen?
Yes, sir.
So in a short span of time, I think I have given all the inputs. Here, for example, just go there, you just type Scopus Journal Finder, and you just click that. One second. One second. Yeah. So you go to this Scopus page. Can anyone tell me any your research area? We'll find journal for you. Can anyone unmute and speak? Anyone? Your research area where you are looking for a journal. Anybody is looking for a journal for your research area? Please come on. Time is not there. Let us complete.
So they are posted in chat box. One response is cloud computing, deep learning.
Okay, cloud computing, let me go. Just little slow, I suppose. Deep learning. Deep learning is also not. Let us see. Maybe I'll just put computer science. Let us see. So you have n number of journals here. You can see here. It's just getting it. Yeah. You can see the journals. Foundations and Trends in Machine Learning, International Journal of Information Management. So we'll go with any one of the journal. Okay, let us go with the International Journal of Information Management. There we can publish cloud computing, deep learning, neural schema, neural network, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things. So we can go ahead with this. So just click here. It will take you to the details. You can see here, my dear friends, this was there in 1970. Then again, it was delisted 1986. The journal got published in 1986. Till now, it is there. One of the good journal for computer science. So what we can do is once you have identified this, formerly it was known as Social Science Information Studies. It is published by elsewhere. It's ISSN number. So once you get it, copy this journal name. Okay. And you can see all the scores. Here it is, site score, impact factors, everything is here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to again go to Google, just put it here, give a enter. You can see here, Science Direct. You go to the home page of that journal. Are you able to see, madam, sirs?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So International Journal of Information Management. So we have come to the, see, Scopus Journal Finder is to find the journal, whether it is listed in the Scopus. By default, it will be in the UGC CAR. If it is listed in Web of Science, by default, it will be in the UGC CAR. Okay. So you can come here and you can read what is the journal, which topics it is there. And you can see if you want to publish, you can see submit your article, guide for authors, right? Call for papers. So if you click guide for authors, you can see here. So if you read this, then you can very clearly understand. They'll give the submission deadline, all those, and how you can manuscript can be. So this is one of the simplest way to work on. And if you have UGC CAR, so you can get into UGC CAR. So I have my own account. So you have to register. I don't know how many of you have registration. Please register immediately. Then you have an user ID. So you see, I have logged in now. Once you logged in, I'll minimize this. So once you log in, you can see here in the UGC CAR, University Grant Commission Consortium for Academic Research. Here they have two lists. One is UGC CAR list group 1, UGC CAR list group 2. UGC CAR list group 1 is, you can search from here. It is what you call as processed by UGC. And UGC CAR list 2, already if anything is there in Web of Science, Art and Humanities, Science Citation Index, SCIE, SSCI, and Scopus Index. By default, it will come into UGC CARE. So from here also you can go to Scopus Index. Here you can search by giving a keyword. You can give a title. You can put computer science. See, you cannot get search unless otherwise you register. Only when you register, you will get an. You see here, UGC has given 3: Vietnam Journal of Computer Science, World Scientific Publishing, Infocom Journal of Computer Science, University of Laos, Annals of West University Mathematics and Computer Science. So these are the, and the one is what you call as discontinued. That Vietnam is in indexed in Scopus, and Infocom is by the UGC scrutinized. So this is a one way. So one is UGC CARE, you can directly go, or you can go to Scopus. I can show you ABDC for people who are from management, economics, commerce, and technology background, computer science background. So you go here, you can download. Actually, we can filter it here also. We can download ABDC 2022 quality report. Rather than report. 1 second. ABDC. If you go here, you can see ABDC journal quality list. So it will be by default in Excel. So you can just download the Excel. So you can download in Excel, save it in your system. This is exclusively for computer science, information technology, commerce, management, and what you call it as economics. So 2,689 journals are listed. You can see here. And here you can see the journal name, publisher, ISN, ISSN online, year of inception. Here you can see the rating, A star, A, B, C category. So here what we can do is you can give, yeah, fine. Let us see whether you get any computer science. See, you are seeing a thing called as ACM transition on modeling and computer simulation. Right? You can see any journals. AAS transaction, human computer interaction. One of my good friend, Dr. GK, is good at human computer interaction, specialization. So like this, you can source, and from here you can take it and put it in the, what do you call it as? The Google, and you can go to the source and you can make it out. So these are the areas by which, these are the 3 things which you can do. UGC CARE, you can log in, find your journal, go to Scopus, find your journal, go to ABDC, find your journal, go to Web of Science, find your journal. And if you have, for example, if you go to Pondicherry University Library, they have facilitated everything. If you, I request all of you to view or go and see the Pondicherry University online library portal, where you can get all the resources links there. Thanks to Pondicherry University Librarian. It may be another institute also. Maybe I have browsed to Pondicherry University as my institute. So you can always go and browse it. Anybody can browse and anybody can access it. If you need, then you can go ahead to library directly also. They'll facilitate you. This is one branding things. You can have your own institute library also, much facilitating to you, and you can always go ahead. So with this note, I'm finally moving on to my presentation slides. Few slides are more. Yeah. So as I told you, Nobel Prizes, what I mean to say is, if we are working on like this, one or the other day, you and I may get Nobel Prize. And if you want to be a scientific researcher, my humble suggestion is make sure that all these quality skills you have, typing, data collection, conceptual, statistical, drafting, everything, and get help from everybody, but do it by yourself. That's more important. And till now, I'm not concluding it. I'm saying that start now. Scientific research, publication, top-rated journals, See, there is no easy or yearly publications. We need to go through the step-by-step process. So never ever think that in a short route you can get published. You will get punished at the end. Even bigger people, high-profile people has been charged as plagiarism and they have been removed from top positions. So be careful on it. A caution, start drafting. And this is one of the demigod book written by Dr. Ranganathan sir along with his guide. And I am the follower of him. So method of research in social sciences you can use. UGC has come out with, APA publication manual you can download. UGC has come out with good academic research practices, academic integrity and research quality. You can browse it. And finally, I do have a YouTube channel, Dr. V. Arulmurugan. So I have not monetized. There is a playlist called as Scientific Research, Data Analytics, Project Proposal Preparation. All the videos are available. If you want the SPSS, analysis, everything, if you have a time, go to Dr. V. Arulmurugan, subscribe this channel, and please give a bell button. Whatever I'm updating, it may come into this. So thank you so much. If you have any queries, I think almost 12. Almost we have taken 1 hour, 20 minutes for my presentation. So if you have any clarity is required, you can always contact me. And probably I request the organizers, if any other questions are there, if anybody is able to help me out in that, the chat box, reading the questions, I can answer it. Thank you so much for the organizers and all the Belina ma'am and all the participants for your active and interesting listening. And please put it in practice. That's what we want. Any webinar we attend, we also give mode of things. Please put it in practice. Please put it in action. Let us do ethical research, ethical publication. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now the session is open for participants for your queries.
I think I didn't find any questions in chat box, so they can unmute and speak. Or okay. Somebody is asking Samsung, huh? Samsung no name, very good company name. There is a question I skipped it. Can anyone read that? Please wait for thank you and appreciation message. Let me take questions, please. நமக்கு ஒரு attitude இருக்கு. கை தட்டிடுவோம் இல்லைன்னா தேங்க்யூ போட்டுருவோம். வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க, கொஸ்டின் மட்டும் போடுங்க தயவு செய்து. People from North India thought of question डाल दीजिए. No thank you, no appreciation now. Let us wait for that. Please put your questions. We'll answer. Yeah, one question is there. Sir, could you kindly give an idea as to how to identify the problem? See, there are two things. I always say idea-based, review-based idea. That is a method to source the ideas. Suddenly you get an idea. Then you go and put it in Google and ask whether any reviews are available. Read out that review articles, then you can generate an idea. If you don't have any idea, if you know the review, if you have the concept, put it in Google, start reading for 1 or 2 hours, then you can generate an idea. That's a simple thing. And I'll go one by one. I should not miss any questions. Thank you message. Okay. Sir, it is Pragati Reddy, ma'am. Sir, how to fix a sample size? Yeah. Ma'am, sample size, if it's a known population, you have a statistical tools to calculate. If it's an unknown population also, you have a statistical methods. Now we have a software called as RAWSoft calculator. If you go to Google, just type RAWSoft calculator. It will ask you some details, give the details. It will give you minimum samples and maximum sample size for your research. That is one thing you can take it. Number two, while you are reviewing, collect the sample size of each research work in your area. What is the minimum? For example, you have got 10 articles. What is the minimum? What is the maximum sample they have taken in the study? Take any one between that. These are the 3 methods we normally follow, ma'am. Is it okay, ma'am? Pragati, ma'am? Okay. Then I cannot give you explanation on motivation on research publication. Okay. Sir, how to fix a sample size that I have given it? For paper research, everything is same. Are all Scopus index journals are indexed in SCI? Sir, that I cannot assure you, but Scopus indexed journals, then the Web of Science indexed journals are by default in UGC CAT. So that whether SCI is in Scopus, please check it out. I don't have an idea, seriously. Sir, out again. Okay. What about the article processing charges? Sir, I am against any charges for publication. So I cannot appreciate or I cannot endorse even APC for your information. That is Ponnusamy sir. Because the world is making money, we should be aware of it. We should be keeping away from that. That's what I can tell you. Sir, how to find objectives? Break down your title in a sub points, you will get objectives. I think that is for Narmada. And Dr. S. Brinda, some of the publishers taking more time to publish articles and reviewing. Yeah, quality publishers will take some time because they will be receiving more articles. That's what I said. No, nowadays, minimum 6 months, maximum 1.5 years, 18 months to get your article published. Accordingly, we have to plan. We cannot blame the publisher. We have to plan. I think those are the questions. Any other questions? I think I've answered. Or any other questions? I'm bound to answer. You can come out. Sir, how to select analytical tools for our research? Madam, this is another big area. I can simply give you each statistical tool has an objective. And if your objective is matching with that objective, apply that tool. Simple. I think Jasmine, madam, is it okay? Got a clarity? Nobody is acknowledging here. They are only putting their questions. Thank you, Dr. Jasmine. Any other?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, Vinod, how are you, sir?
I'm great, sir. How are you, sir?
So great. Meeting after a long time. Okay, go ahead.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have few questions. One is about the corresponding author role.
Okay.
Like when we talk about APA score, also you have mentioned, like your slide said, the preference given for the first author as well as the corresponding author. What if the second author holds the corresponding author?
Sorry, one thing. For first author and subsequent author, for first author, 70% of the total score, and the 30% for all other authors equally. In the sense, 30 for the first, second author, 30 for the third author, 3 marks. Correspondent author can be anybody. They may be the first author, they may be the second author, even the last author, sir. No problem, please.
Okay, sir. The second question is like now the recent trend which I'm observing with the journals is whenever we discuss a topic, they say, how do you make it globally? And especially a stock market researcher like me, I have a problem like when I'm doing some study on Indian basis, they say how you make it globalized. So how to address these issues?
Actually, like as I told you, no, sir, any research will start from the root, from the local idea.
Yes.
And it has to be scaled up to the global application. That is what any reviewer will be looking for. For example, marginal street vendors in Karaikal, we are making a study. How this can be made to global. So what we have to justify is, there are marginal street vendors in every nook and corner of the world. And wherever they are, this study can be applicable. In the same way, if you are coming out with an Indian investor thinking, or their dilemma, or their behavioral science, and if you are coming out with a model, you make sure that such kind of situation may arise in all the stock exchanges in the world. And you can try to find out the review and quote it. That's the only way.
Okay, so that we can justify, you know, like in the implication or conclusion part.
Exactly. You are right. That's the spot.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Balai sir. Thank you so much. And keep networking with us. Thank you.
Sure, sir. Sure.
I think one message from Subraja. Sir, some articles are charging for journals. How to find free journals, sir? Just now I told you, no, ma'am. Open access journals, if you are going to publish, it is charged. Conventional publication. If you go to their website, you can very well see that journal. See, there are 3 types of journals when you look into the charge. Journals are entirely free. You can see from that journal portal. Number 2, journals, they publish articles at free of cost, as well as they charge for open access. If it is open access, then it is charged. There is a sponsored journals, which I have come across one with my research scholars. Some universities or institutions sponsors a journal, that means sponsor an author, unknown author, to publish it that journal. If you are getting it, well and good. So this can be sourced only through the journal webpage details, madam. Supraja madam, is it okay? Then any other questions? Sir, what
Sir,
are the benefits of, yes, madam, one second. Anas Almla, what are the benefits of being a corresponding author? All the authors are equally treated only through the points. You will get a publication. Even for example, on the 3-author paper, I was the last author. But the publisher sent a review paper to me. It may happen. So it is also, see, where we are doesn't matter. We should be in the part of research room for publication. And in your promotion, they'll be taking equally. If 3 author is there, you are the owner of the author. It will be considered as one of the paper to you. And sir, excellent and informative session. Difference between SC and which one is preferred? Ma'am, all the indexed journals are preferred, in my opinion. I cannot go ahead with against anything.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, madam. Any other? Yeah, somebody was unmuting. Saranya. Sir, what does the hybrid mode of publication mean? Publishing both in online platform as well as in offline as a print journal. That is what hybrid mode. Any other questions? You can unmute and speak. Sorry, I had little juice to drink because after 1.5 hours of speaking, I should have this. So you are in your home or somewhere, you can also have your tea and coffee. Belinam, is it okay or need to have some more time? Choice is yours.
yes, sir. It is okay, sir. Fine, sir. Thank you, sir.
Final call. If any questions, madam, one question is there. Dr. Tilagavati, how to increase search index? Ma'am, prepare a quality paper, publish it in a high quality indexed journal, list in your Google Scholar, make sure that it's spread to your academic community. You get your citation score. The more the citation score, your H index will increase. Sir, is IEEE conference public is good? If it is in good journal, it is good. Quality journal. Sir, can you explain some journals having hybrid mode? Ma'am, all see, I cannot give you fish. Till now, I have not given you fish. I am teaching you how to catch a fish. And please don't ask me direct question. Sir, give the journal name, give the title. It is our responsibility. Sorry to say this openly. Go and catch your own fish. Any other? I think it's done. Thank you so much for entire active participants. Some of the participants are new and I do agree. Thanks for Nalina ma'am. I'm sorry, Belina ma'am for permitting me to share in my network. And people, I run like scientific research forum voluntarily for budding researchers. They have also joined. They got benefited. On behalf of them, I thank you, the SRM Institute, for giving us an opportunity to listen my own, because we were in WhatsApp group. We are just chatting and discussing on research. But today, some of them had a platform to listen me, to interact with me. Thanks a lot, madam. Please convey this to your administration for permitting us to join inside. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, participants are also asking for the presentation.
I will share it, madam. I will share it to you.
Yes, sir.
Whereby
Yes,
you
sir.
can share.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Give me some time because it's Saturday. I have to rush up to my home for lunch. So then
Yes,
I'll have
sir.
some time and chat to you. Right?
Sure, sir. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, now it's time for vote of thanks. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing the valuable insights related to index publication from the scratch and why the quality publications is essential and necessary for an academician. You made us clear the smaller and smaller concepts and complications during the publications. Identifying the journals in Scopus, UGC, and Web of Science is a tedious task. Thank you for sharing the ideas for identifying those journals, sir. Now I take this opportunity to thank our management, our Deputy Dean, sir, HOD ma'am, and our peer faculty members, research scholars from SRM IST, and from various institutions for making this event a grand success. Thank you all once again. Thank you, participants. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, madam, and we'll meet again. Thank you so much. I
Thank
think
you,
I
sir.
can
Thank
leave,
you.
I suppose.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
Dr. Sudha ma'am and other organizing team. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now I request our participants to kindly fill the feedback form, which is going to be posted in the chat box. You'll be receiving your certificates within a week. Thank you for your valuable participations. Thank you. Feedback form link has been shared in chat box. Participants kindly fill.